Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is 3-Chord Dave, and if you are new here or if you haven't done it already, please hit that subscribe button so that you'll know when I'm putting out new videos and stuff. Click a bell or do whatever you got to do. Also, if you can hit that like button, that helps other people find out that I'm creating YouTube videos and, you know, you'll enrich their lives and stuff. Today, I thought I'd talk to you about two guitar purchases that have made me extremely happy, but also a lot of people out there would say, well, should I get the Gibson or should I get the Epiphone? What's the difference? So it's exactly what I thought. Now, if you'd asked me 18 months ago, would I own an SG? I would be like, not really, because SGs are great and all, but I'm more of a Les Paul kind of person. Probably a Tele after that, and then maybe an SG. So it was way down the list and stuff. I probably would have thrown in a PRS at some point before I got to an SG as well. So what happened was, one Saturday night, I was going out with my friends to see Guns N' Roses tribute band and a local pub, and they were late. Nothing new there. So I was looking on Thomann.com. There was a special offer. They were blasting these out. They'd only just put them up, and I think they sold out like the next morning. They were gone. $5.99. Okay, 599 euros delivered and set up and all that sort of stuff. Couldn't resist. There was this and I like the butterscotchy natural thing. Didn't like that. It looked too fake. Kind of looked like it had a fake veneer on it. This, at least you knew you had natural wood grain and stuff. So, a heritage cherry color, they're calling it. The color wasn't too crazy about, but I think it'll age pretty well, to be honest with you. This is a 2018 model and it says, yeah, made in the USA, 2018 model. And the serial number is 18-007-1897. It's got 007 in there, which I think means James Bond would play this guitar. But to let you know why I bought it, not just the price, which was great, but Mini-Humbuckers. So I've always wanted a guitar with Mini-Humbuckers in it because I just like how cool they are, and they're mini, and they're great. And I think an SG looks better with Mini-Humbuckers than full-size humbuckers, just my personal opinion. And yeah, so that's about it. Also, Pete Townsend always has Mini-Humbuckers in his Les Pauls and SGs and stuff, so why not? Now, there's nothing fancy in terms of the electronics in here. There's no coil tapping, no coil splitting, no out of phase, no sonic alterings of any kind. In fact, you've got a three-way switch and your two volumes, two tones. That's it. You got your output jack, and that's all. The only other thing that's kind of a little bit more upmarket is, or not even upmarket, but an upgrade, is the shielding inside the cavity cover there, the back plate. You got Bluetooth Deluxe tuners, which are branded Gibson Deluxe. You got the single ring style there. Gibson headstock, of course, the crown inlay, and then you got the block inlays on the fretboard. And that's it. It's just an SG. Now, if you just watch here for a second, there's a lot of neck dive. The guitar wants to go down this way. It's just naturally what it does. So yeah, that's a problem. So, but SG, pretty much every SG that they make has that issue. So let's just throw it into the neck position. I'll play a few sounds and we'll go through all the positions and see what you think. And then we'll play the same on the Epiphone, see what you think of that as well, and see what you think is best. Just in case I haven't mentioned it already, $5.99. So keep that in mind. This is a €600, $600 guitar, and the one we're going to compare it to is $3.99, $400. So here we go. Here's some sounds. Now, ignore the fact that I hit a dead string there a second ago. I forgot to say, this is a Marshall Code amp, Marshall Code 25 we're going into. It's set to DSL, or yeah, DSL clean, a little bit of reverb. And it's got a Fender professional cable, just in case anyone is going to say that matters. This is a mahogany body and neck, by the way, as well, so standard. Let's flip it into the into the middle position. So you got both humbuckers, mini humbuckers together. I've got them set, volumes by the way are set at just about 5 and just about 7 on the tones, okay? That middle position sounds really sweet. I love it. I think, and I find that's kind of what I feel anytime I've heard mini humbuckers in a guitar. So right, let's head down to the bridge all by itself. Wide freaking open, as some people might say. No. So that is the Gibson SG, and look, I don't know if this particular model is still available, but you can usually pick up an SG sub €1,000 or dollars, well under. I mean, I think the standard price for this was about $7.99, and that's why I picked it up, because it was like 200 off the price. Great guitar, I loved it when it arrived. And also, one nice little advantage to this one that the Epiphone doesn't have is that this comes with some case candy. And for the case candy, some things I like, some things I don't. You get a cleaning cloth which says Gibson on it, which I haven't used because people say it like marks your guitar, and I don't want it to do that. In a poker chip, if you want to, you know, put it over the three-way selector. I think it looks better without. I'm the same with a Les Pauls, to be honest. I don't want to scratch plate or anything on that. You get your limited warranty or your Gibson Gold warranty card. You fill in, send it back, haven't bothered. You get an owner's manual which tells you loads of crap that you don't want to know about. And you get this card which says, Gibson, we sweat the details, and it has it in different languages. And you get all these things that they marked off on the thing. This guitar apparently was made on the 5th of June in 2018. And it's got the serial number, model number, and is inspected by and packed by DS. This feels to me like somebody in the factory has a job, just tick off everything there, make it look like these were all individually ticked off. Like, for example, case inspection, exterior hardware, handle, interior compartment and fit. There's a line through them. Playability, action, intonation, buzzing, electronics, they're all clearly marked by the same person at the same time. So that's a lot of horseshit, to be honest. A nice touch from Gibson, but really I don't get it. The baby picture. So they include a picture of your guitar, this guitar here, on the bench in their factory in Nashville. In Nashville? Yeah. So, you know, that's a nice touch. And you also get this really cheap, terrible strap. Like, if I paid 800 for this, actually kind of pissed off that this is the strap they give you when you spend 600. But because it's a €2 strap. I mean, you could put in a nice strap. It'd cost them $10 to add a nice strap into the package. But they do add a nice deluxe gig bag, which is kind of classical. It's brown and has, you know, pink interior, fluffy and everything, and it really does protect the guitar. So I like it. I like that. The Epiphone doesn't come with anything, so that's cool. And now let's take a look at the Epiphone, because we've already had a look at the Gibson. All right, guys. So here we go. This is the Epiphone SG Special with P90s. And as you can see, it's a very similar shaped guitar. In fact, I just noticed, I had never noticed this before because I'm very observant. Even the knobs are the exact same as on the Gibson. Same exact thing. There's no coil splitting because these are single coil P90s. There's no out of phase, nothing like that. It's 2 volume, 2 tone. again, for this comparison, I've got them set to 5 for the volume and 7 for the tones. I know I should have them all at 10, I know, but you know, neighbors, people, all that sort of crap. So anyway, when I saw this guitar, so Gibson released a version of this SG last year, I think at the NAMM show in January, so in January 2019, and it was about $1,700. And I wanted one really fucking badly, because this is like my, if you'd said to me, what SG do you want 2 years ago, and I hadn't seen either of them, I would have been like, can you get me a faded Pelham Blue SG with P90s in it? That's what I want. That's the SG I want. And then it came out, and what happened was Gibson brought it out, and I don't know, I thought it sold well, but at one point Thomann also, where I bought the Gibson, they had a special offer on it just before NAMM this year, where they had like a couple of them in stock for $12.99, and I was this close to buying it. I was like, well, let's see, and I went to buy it one afternoon, and you know, it was sold out. So that's what happens there. But as I said, at NAMM, I was watching the NAMM coverage, probably on Anderton's TV, and this little baby showed up on the Epiphone booth, and I instantly ordered one. This was 399 euros. I did buy it at the same time as the amp, as the Marshall code here, so you know, it did seem like it was more expensive at the time. But look at the features we've got on it. So you've got the dot inlays on the fingerboard, all good. You've got the P90s, all good. The wraparound tail piece, all good. The new, reissued, reused again, Kalamazoo Epiphone headstock. The only reason I would consider buying an Epiphone, to be honest, if this still had the old Epiphone headstock, I wouldn't have bought it. I just didn't like that headstock. It just, to me, it screamed inferior. This is a lot better. This has the button tuners. They're also on Clouson style tuners, but they're Epiphone Deluxe, it says on them. If I can show you that there. Okay, it's not going to show you, but you get the vibe. So there you go, that's in the neck position. I forgot to mention as well, this guitar has some like aged cream binding. Looks killer. The paint job, the finish on this guitar, it's awesome. Let's go into that middle position. So we got both P90s together. So that's the middle position, which I think sounds great. Just a reminder, 5 and 5 on the volume and 7s on the tones. And let's hit that bridge pickup and see what that sounds like. Wide freaking open! This was 400 euros. So that's the Epiphone. Did I mention that it has the binding, which is a cool feature? Frets came in perfect condition, to be honest with you. There's nothing about this guitar that makes me feel it's missing anything. I don't feel like it's an inferior product. I feel like it's a solid, really well made, really well playable guitar. Things I don't like are kind of just cosmetic, like the truss rod cover, it's the right shape, but it's got 3 screws when the Gibsons, of course, just have 2. It would be better if they just had 2. Of course, I don't want anyone to think this is a Gibson. I'm happy that it's an Epiphone, especially with that really cool new headstock. That's pretty much the only thing. Personal choice, as I mentioned with the Gibson, I would have this poker chip be optional, but it fits, you know, it works well for what it is. And the original 60s, it was inspired by, had them as well. The button tuners, of course, this is inspired by a 60s model, so they had those tuners on it. Everything else I love about the guitar. I think if they added a nice case, it would cost an extra €100 or $100. If they added a nice strap into the package, it would only cost about an extra 10. So, you know, come on, Gibson, Epiphone, let's do it. Yeah, everything else, like, I can't fault it. I really am in love with this guitar. So, look, all I can say in terms of comparison to the 2 guitars is they're both great. If you have 400 quid, dollars, euros, bucks, whatever, in your account and you're dying to buy a new guitar, and you're deciding should you wait until you have another couple of hundred to buy the Gibson, you're not going to be missing anything buying one of these. In fact, you're going to have a great time. These are wonderful. But if you save up for the Gibson, you're going to have a great time too. But these are great. I'm not missing anything with these. I play this a lot more than I play that Gibson. And, you know, that's the sign of a great guitar. You go to pick it up when you've got a choice. I have a choice of 3 or 4 guitars here all the time, and this is the one I pick up the most. You know, and it's made me really fall in love with Epiphone, and I think my next guitar will probably be an Epiphone as well. I'm looking at that Les Paul Muse series, probably be one of those, but I don't know about the colors. Again, I've mentioned before, I'm not huge on solid colors. I prefer like a burst or something, but this has really swayed me because the finish here is great and I love it. Anyway guys, that's my video for today. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope that it's been helpful to you if you are deciding on a Gibson or an Epiphone purchase. Let's just say it. Alright, I'm going to say go with the Epiphone. They're awesome. But the Gibsons are great too. I don't know, I can't make my mind up. Just buy them all. You can never have enough guitars. It doesn't matter. Alright guys, thanks again. Have a nice day. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. I'll catch you on the next one, which should be out on Friday if I actually do my work. Alright, see ya.